love this next donation. We have Justin Spalding donates $200 with a very simple message. I love you. Thank you, Justin Spalding. I love you too. I have received word that we're ready. So here we go with Deus Ex and the winner of the incentive, Human Revolution, with Heinki.
Hello there. Alright. Hello there. My name is Heinki. I'm going to show you Deus Ex Human Revolution as you have voted for it. And yeah, I think otherwise we're ready and set to go. So 3, 2, 1, let's start. Okay, so first things first, we're going to start with a save file which we already prepared at the start of the game, so we don't have a 6-minute cutscene. The reason for that is basically so you don't need to wait and sit here for 6 minutes and nothing's happening. And oops. And otherwise we're going through an elevator. So the story is basically this: the headquarters gets attacked and we need to defend it. So alright, so now we're taking care of it. And the good thing about it is that in Human Revolution the first glitch is not far away. So once we're getting off from this elevator, it's going to start already. So first of all, we just go here, we get like a little tutorial how everything works. We take the fire extinguisher, slide it over, take it here, throw it against ourselves, boom, we're through the wall. And also, hey, T-pose Barrett. So what happens here is we go through the wall by clipping through it, obviously, and the collision works by having it only one-sided. So if you're out of bounds, you can just easily go in from the other side. Also, here's a little cactus skip. So cactuses are very helpful, so why take the stairs if you can jump on it? And otherwise, we're just like running over here. And if you're wondering, like, hold on, like, didn't you go through the air vent normally in the speedrun? Then I would say normally yes, but there's a little glitch you can do here, which is like faster. So we're going to take another box with us, which is going to be very helpful, and run over here. Also, this is the prologue, so it's like trying to introduce us to the tutorial and how everything works. But before that, we're just going to clip through the doors. So, oh, there you go. Hello there. So normally you would need to wait for the door to open after like 10 seconds, but we can speed it up by just, well, going through the wall. Easy peasy. Alright. So now we're done. That was our prologue. Okay, so the game starts. What happens story-wise is basically now we're getting attacked and assaulted. Like, we're losing our arms, we're losing our legs, and basically our boss, David Seraph, thinks like, time to make a cyborg out of you. And so now we're a cyborg, and yeah, welcome to the future. Also, if you might realize from the voices from Seraph or from Jensen, we're playing in French. Why, you would ask? Well, the reason for that is the French version is 13 seconds faster in dialogues. So it just goes faster through the dialogues, and because of that, we're just doing this. So now we're talking with our best friend, Pritchard, and because we can't skip it or do anything, we have a couple of time for donations, and I'm just going to enjoy my cup of tea.
Sounds good. How about this? A Scruff McGruffin donates $100 and said, "Roses are red, violets aren't free. I want to see a run of Halo 3.
Nice one.
Yeah, I like it. It's very poetic. And then this one's pretty simple. $25, thank you, from Celeste. And they say, woohoo! GDQ! Hype!
Woohoo! Because there's no crowd, I have to do that, I guess.
Can I do a couple more?
Yeah, sure, you can go for one more.
Sure, $500 donation from Anonymous with no comment. Thank you, $500.
Nice one. Alright, also, while you might realize, like, Heinki, why are you jumping up and down the entire time? And what is happening? So the reason for that is, running in this game takes stamina. And obviously we don't have endless stamina, and there is no really possible way to upgrade it. So all we can do is just cope with it. However, if you're in the middle of the air while doing the jump and your stamina is running out, you refresh it, and well, you can immediately continue sprinting, and that's what we're going to abuse. But first of all, hey, there's a box, man. I'm so in love with boxes, so here we go. Oops. So once again, we're going to do a box clip by throwing it against ourselves. Hello there. Oh, come on. And there are two reasons for that. First of all, it's faster. There you go. And second of all, we're skipping a trigger, which would normally spawn enemies here. But because we skipped the trigger, there are no enemies. So, hey, we can just run through here and get the ghost bonus. Because Deus Ex is a stealth game, or it gives you the opportunity to play it as a stealth game. And every time you go through a passage or a way in stealth, you get a ghost bonus. So we're getting 500 extra XP, and also we did some really nice AI manipulation. So it is not that important here, but it will come in handy much later. So what we're doing is basically, when the AI hears you, they turn to the last position you made sounds. And because we know that, we just literally stamp to the left and then go to the right. Also, 1337 is the code for all the doors here. So if you know what it means, you know what it means. And also, once again, box clipping, because, well, we would need to wait for this door to open after like 5 to 7 seconds, and I have no time. We have to go fast, so let's go fast. And because of that, I can just clip through there, and I don't need to wait. Why wait if you can go fast? Also, again, 1337. And next box. We do this one more time. Oop. Then again, hello there. Oh no, they saw me. How could this happen? Also, if you're wondering, like, hold on, Heinki, why are you not getting so much damage even though they're shooting at you? Well, the reason for that is basically that we're playing on easy. It has another reason as well. Later on, we're going to have boss fights and some other couple of glitches, but I will mention that later. But for now, so that you just know, it's on easy difficulty. Okay, so here we are. Story-wise, there's a hacker. He got hacked. Oh no. What a plot twist. Hacker got hacked back. And then the hacker kills the hacker. So the hacker is dead. Nice. Okay, so because of that, we just take the brain, or we just skip it because we don't really care. And we just continue with the run. Because we have no time for that. And now we have like a couple of corridors where we run along. There's like some fighting. Fun fact, that fight underneath is not enterable. Like, you can't go there. However, with a box clip, you can enter that area. But the problem is the plane is not loaded. So if you go there, if you go a bit further to the right or left, you just, well, drop to your death. So that's not cool. But in any case, so we're just going through the Seraph Manufactory. There we did some AI manipulation. We just basically made them hear us on the top floor. They all run up and we go down, like, such stealth, much wow. Okay, and here's an interesting trick. So we were in a cutscene. I saved and I loaded, and now we're out of the cutscene. Yay, happy birthday! Oops, oopsie. I killed the killer. And because we did that, we skip a conversation, so we don't need to talk with him, and the game will not continue until we either take him down or talk with him or whatever we want to do. And this way we can skip this info link and we can just wait here to talk with Farida. So, okay, we're done with our mission. Congratulations, you didn't save the hostages. You didn't hack the hacker or helped him, and now we're leaving. So, good job! And basically, story-wise, we just need to give a Typhoon technology back to our boss because that was stolen. And we're going to do that, so this is like a couple of run to Pritchard, give him the Typhoon, run to our boss, have a very important conversation with our boss, and then we're going to leave. And because this is giving us a bit of time, since there's just a lot of fast talking and an elevator happening, there's time for donations. Here we go.
Yes, okay, Bioki donates $10 and says, Heinki on the scene? Count me in. Whee! I don't know if I said that right. Hope to see you soon. Back with the rocket beans, Heinki. Love your runs. Keep up the good work. Greetings from Germany.
Greetings from Germany.
And then Chris donates $50 and says, I want to see the Halos fight the Halos to save the Halos from the evil Halos. Nice. Can I do a couple more?
Yeah, you can go for more.
Okay. I just want to mention, everybody, that we are just over $101,000 away from the Halo 3 incentive. So $101,000 would bring us just about 25K short of the $1 million push. So I would love to see if we can hit that in the next 2 hours before the game is supposed to run. And just one more here. We have $25 from Destralisher, who says, Halo hype?
All right. So this scene is very interesting. Oh, it didn't work. Okay, never mind. So what I wanted to do here is normally we can't skip this conversation by pulling out our weapon. For some reason, Jensen didn't do that, so got a bit delayed, but it's okay. So we just do the normal conversation. But if you get it and you pull out your weapon fast enough, then your mother-in-law will say like, "Oh no, don't shoot us," and the conversation stops. You never get the quest to actually look for Megan Reed, your wife, and the game is like, okay, yeah, you never have to talk with her anymore. But it didn't work, but it's not a big deal. Okay, so now we're in the limb clinic, so we need to get ourselves upgraded. So what I'm going to do is like buy some candy, well, not candy, oops, buy some stuff, then we get our legs upgraded so we can go even faster and we can do some higher jumps. And now our mission is to go to the police station. Why do we need to go to the police station? Remember the hacker who got hacked, right? So our boss wants now that we take his brain to figure out who hacked the hacker. And Jensen is like, okay, so we go and raid the police station. He doesn't even really care. So in a normal playthrough, you can choose how you want to approach the police station. Either you can just go with heavy weapons, or you can just sneak in because, well, Deus Ex always gave you this kind of opportunity. But obviously, because we're doing a speedrun, we're using boxes. Correct. If you said boxes, I give you a point. Good job. So first of all, we take our revolver out. Hey, officer. Oops. My finger slipped. But don't worry. So we go into the police office and nobody's alarmed. Hooray! Oops. And we attack the next officer. Then let's throw the spin against ourselves. Oh no. Police officer are aggressive and whoop! Whoop through here. Okay, we are at the lower levels where we need to be. Whoops. I failed to do the jump, but it's not a big deal. So we take the hacker's brain, and because normally we want to jump around this to put the code in so that the door is open, but it's not a big deal. So we can just use this object and bam, just throw it often enough against the door and it explodes. Why use hacking if you can just destroy the door? So, hello there, officers. Ouch, but it's fine. Because we took some health kits basically from the limb clinic, and now we just got out of the police office. Bye-bye, thanks for the hacker's brain, and see you next time. So, the other reason why we killed the officer outside is he has a shotgun. And even though we're playing on easy, the moment the game gets loaded, he will shoot you. And if you're unlucky, he shoots you twice. And if you're very unlucky, he shoots you thrice. Fries? Is that even a word? I don't know. I think fries are what you eat. Anyways, 3 times. And because of that, we just kill him beforehand so we don't get damaged. And now we go back to Jensen's apartment, which is 420. So while we're going here, we have another lovely elevator scene which goes up and down, and we need to hack our own computer because Jensen forgot his own code, and because we have time during hacking our own computer, time for donations!
Yes, we love donations. How about this? We have $500 from Daryl Biggins, who says, hey GDQ, my partner and I love watching these runs every year. Keep up the good work. And then another large one, Tramp Royale, donates $1,000 and says, here's to everyone on screen, behind the scenes, and at home, amazing us with their skills and their unwavering support. Let's keep making this another memorable GDQ. Thank you.
Alright. Cool, nice, and thanks for the donations. Alright. So now that we're done hacking the hacker's hack, we realized that we need to go to the D-Roll Bowler Station, which is basically a gang members area, and they have the best security ever. So how you get there is very simple. So these guards will talk with you and say like, hey, you're not allowed to enter. But if you just jump on this container, they're like, okay. So you don't need to talk with them. And now we are in another area where we do AI manipulation. So if you look at the minimap, we do the first AI manipulation by making them see us. Or not. Whoop. That's fine. We can still manage to run past them if everything works. But normally we want to do it as silent as possible so we don't get much damage. But, woo, 4 health. But yeah, it's okay. But that didn't work. It's still okay. We can still manage. So we just go here, take 2 grenades, and I hope you love physics and barrels, because, well, we're going to do that now. First of all, I'm just going to sneak here by. Oh, whoa! Hello there, friend. And bye there. Okay, I'll just take the barrel. Protect me, barrel! Ah! Okay. Gonna heal myself. So now we're going to stack this barrel up here. Throw a grenade underneath, and time to go up. Whee! Also, I saw his teeth. You should brush them. Okay. And this way, we're just skipping a lot of climbing, and we immediately can basically hack the part, pick up some mines, and we need to wait for Farida to pick us up. So in the time we're waiting for her, we can just use the time to pick it up. But what just happened there? So normally, Human Revolution has not really any physics-based tricks besides the barrel boost, and it works this way that you're standing on an object, so the physics from the grenades get applied to the barrel, but if you jump at the correct time, the physics from the barrel gets chained to the character, and this way you can just get a huge and nice launch. So we're going to do, or we basically did that. Also, I'm eating my own revolver. I just love. If you do animations too quick, you break his arm. But sorry, I just love to do that. But yeah, now we are done with the Dero Bowlers, and we're going to FEMA Factory. And what I love about FEMA Factory is, well, what happens if you do a speedrun of a game where the entrance and the ending are basically at the same slot, just, well, divided by height. Well, simple, you can break it, and that's what we're going to do. First of all, we're throwing this box through a roof without collision, and then we're going to take it back to the beginning. Why do we take it back to the beginning? Because, well, the ending is at the beginning, and we have boxes, and we can do box clips. So, at 1 + 1, multiplied by 3, divided by 2, means we clip through. Okay, I don't know why I said that, but anyways. So, we just clip through here, then we do an elevator clip, doing it like this, then we go slowly down here, and whoop, go here, and like, oh no, because there's fall damage, and oh my god, that was close. We're just going to get the Icarus landing, which allows us to not get any fall damage at all. And now we're in the boss fight. So this is where our friend Barrett will spawn. So I'm just going to prepare him a Hippie meal, throw him 3 little mines, and bye-bye, Barrett. It was nice meeting you. So this was a boss fight. And because of that, we can just leave. Hey, this is how easy it can be. So back when I said like we're playing on the easy difficulty, the reason we're playing on the easy difficulty is first of all to do physics boost, because otherwise you would receive too much damage and you wouldn't be able to do that. So you would just lose time. So why would you want to lose time? And the other reason is boss fights on the hardest difficulty would normally take 5 grenades or 5 explosions. Excuse me, but on the easiest difficulty they only take 3. So we just give them 3 mines or 3 grenades, and they just die. And so now we go. This gang boss has also an EMP grenade and a gas grenade, which I'm going to steal. And now we're going to the next area, which is going to be Hengsha. But once again, David Seraph wants to talk with us, and we need to take a slow-ass elevator to get to the roof. And so while we're going to do that, there's time for donations. So here we go.
Okay. How about this? St. John Johnson donates $50 and says, Heinki is blowing my mind with how bonkers this Deus Ex run is already. Keep up the awesome run. Thank you, St. John Johnson. Much. It's a good name, by the way. And let's see. This one is kind of long, but I'll read it pretty quickly. Hey, GDQ, I've been glued to the stream all week so far and don't plan on changing that whatsoever. These speedruns have been so fun to watch, even if I'm not familiar with the game. I'll donate another 25 if the host pronounces my last name correctly. Here we go. Cheers from Prince Edward Island, Canada. Their name is Morgan Derrien. Is that right? Your French accent? Let's hope so.
Nice. You can go for a couple of more. We still have a bit of time.
Okay. Sir Dingley Dan donates $600 and says, I am here for the lore. Ben Kimball donates $250 and says, I love you too. Wow. The return. I like that.
Oh my.
A lot of love in the chat, huh?
All right.
Oh, we hit $60,000 out of the 160. So $100,000 till Halo 3 as a bonus game.
Ooh, very good.
Salut.
Hold on, because I'm my own crow. Crow. That's an emblem. Anyways, okay, back to the run. So now we're done with talking with Pritchard and Seraph, and now that we're okay with what we got, we go to Hengsha, one of my favorite areas of the game, but it's gonna be very, very short in the speedrun. So what we're going to do is, instead of doing all the missions where we need to figure out where Tong is, and do a mission for him, help him, and figure out stuff, we're just going to take a box. What could I do with that? So first of all, we need to go to a train station, and the door to the train station is blocked. What could I do? What could I do? I'm just going to take a box with me. So first of all, we just clip through here again, ta-da, and you can take the train. The trigger is still active, so we just leave the area without doing anything. So thank you, Hengsha, and bye-bye, Hengsha. So now we're going to be in Taeyong Medical. It's pretty impressive and very quick, so that's what I love about the run. So now we're in Taeyong Medical, and this area is quite short. So first of all, we just go up here, the next code. So also, I know all the codes, so don't worry about it. Also, this is very brutal. This guy asks to help him, and we say like, yeah, don't worry, we're going to take care of the gas. And then we just run away because it's faster. Also, this guy would shoot us, so we shoot him. Makes totally sense. And that way, there is no alarm triggered, and we're going to stealth it. So this is like literally how to stealth on level 100. So now the cameras see us, but the camera have like a 3-second timer. So it takes a while. And also here we just jump over the laser, and nobody knew besides that one guy who saw us on the bridge that we're here. It's very, very easy. Okay, and bye-bye. So, also while we're here, we're going to take the Hippostim. The Hippostim is like the healing item, which we used a couple of times already. And we're going to do another physics boost, but with a fire extinguisher. And the problem is, a fire extinguisher is a bit small in comparison to a barrel. And because of that, it's going to give Jansen some damage. And we don't want to die, because normally you can, if you're lucky, get no damage from the boost, or you immediately die. So we want to make sure that we don't die. So having more extra health is going to help us. But for that, we're just going to take the fire extinguisher and go up here. So you have time for one donation.
Yeah, Condor donates $25 and says, thanks for all the hard work with GDQ and to all the speedrunners making a great show.
Alright, so the next part is going to be a chain of glitches. So, one I said already before, we're going to do a boost. Alright, so I spoiled it a bit, but it takes a while until we do the boost. So first of all, we need to go out of bounds again. And what we're going to do is, we're going to place this here, close the door, and then we're going to get on top of the elevator. So first of all, I'd show you a magic trick. You see an extinguisher. You don't see an extinguisher. Oh no, how did this happen? And then we go backwards and we do the Typhoon, which is like all enemies around you get attacked. And the Typhoon has a special ability. It allows us to go backwards and upwards. And because it does that, we can go out of bounds with that. And then there's our fire extinguisher. We clipped it out of bounds, so we can take it out of bounds with us. Now I'm doing some precise aligning by this line here. Put a mine here. Then I'm going to save, and beep beep. Hello there. His teeth again. And so what we're doing is we're launching ourselves 2 levels higher and just take the elevator. No cutscene, no talking, no running up the stairs. Just take the elevator express. The fire extinguisher express. And now we're having another elevator scene because, well, if you think like, oh, why does this game have so many elevator scenes? Then, well, the reason is simple. They wanted to make big levels everywhere. And so to not break your computer completely or the console, they divided it by having loading triggers, which allows the next area and the textures. So the triggers are mostly done in the elevators. So that way you can go to the next area, the other part gets deloaded, and you save resources. It's like very smart in game development, and you see it very often. And this is one of the reasons. So, okay, we have a bit of time because, well, the elevator is still going up, so you can read another donation right now.
Okay. Kaitu Ace donates $150 and says, a Deus Ex Human Revolution run with Heinki? My day is made. Adam Jensen never asked for this, but I'm sure he would want that Halo 3 run too.
Yes, I want, and what a shame. Alright. So once again, AI manipulation. Whoa! Whoa! Okay. I guess we didn't get stunned by the concussion grenade, but don't worry, we have a quick save. So what we are doing is basically we're aggroing all of the AIs so that they're going to run into the area. Because, as I said, this is like a mixture between stealth and non-stealth playthroughs. You can decide how you want to fight here. But we want to basically alarm them so that they all come running into the room. And then we throw a concussion grenade to basically lock all of them. There you go, now it worked. And because we're all stunned, we can just leave and go here. And we get a ghost bonus, so it's like, nice. Alright, now it worked. So, in a casual playthrough, if you remember this part, you will probably think like, oh no, I hated this part. Because if you went for certain builds, this was pretty tough. I show you an easy trick how to win this fight in a couple of seconds. So, first of all, you enter the door. Second step, jump over this. Third step, throw an EMP grenade here and here. Congratulations, you've done one of the worst parts or hardest parts with ease. So, what most people didn't know and what I didn't know is that if you throw a couple of EMP grenades at these bots, they immediately get destroyed and you can just leave this area immediately. And because of that, we can just do this. Also, we're just taking all the candy bars. Nom nom nom. So, why would we take candy bars? Well, as you can see, we have a battery on the top left. And the battery drains all the time whenever we do an action. So, whenever we go in stealth, whenever we do the Typhoon, it drains the battery bar. And candy in the future gives you electricity. So, we're going to abuse that very often so that we have all the energy in our life. Also, here we do a little bit of out of bounds by just jumping on an object which has a bigger collider and skipping half of a level by just going here and jumping over. Bye-bye! And voila! We are at the funicular. So this part is very long, so fun fact. The game tells you once you press this button, okay, you need to hold out for 2 minutes, and the AI gets alarmed. So we're going to actively search for you and try to kill you and hold you off to not enter this elevator. But we have a box here, and because we have a box, you probably know what that means. Time for clipping! But the problem with clipping on doors is that it's very, very precise, and you can't go through the door immediately. You can only go through it halfway. So that's what we're going to do right now. If I could align. Come on. Oh no, the first enemies are here. Come on. Please. No. Okay, they saw me, but it's fine. I'm just going to clip. Don't mind me. There you go. Now we crouch. There you go. We're through halfway of the door, and now we just flip through the second one, and the elevator was all the time here, so the devs tell you, okay, you need to wait 2 minutes and hold off before the elevator arrives, but the elevator's already on top, and if you do it super fast, like literally first try you do this, when you're at the boss door, the game will tell you, hey, the elevator is there, you can enter, but like, oh wait, we're already at the boss, so we don't need to wait. And, well, this elevator takes a while, so we're going to read the news here. And while reading the news, we want to have some donations. So here we go.
Yes. Timmy donates $35 with a simple heart emoji. Thank you, Timmy.
Heart to you too.
Peter donates $50. Loving AGDQ so far. I need to see this Halo 3 run. Come on, everybody. Let's finish this fight. A couple more.
Yeah, go for more. Sorry.
Okay. Ventus Fair donates $75. They say, happy to see GDQ in action. Way to start a new year. Good luck to the runners and have a good time. Love those positive vibes. Miss Burr donates $50 and says, thanks for all the hard work, y'all. Let's get that Halo 3 run going. As far as Halo 3 goes, we're about just over $97,000 short of hitting Halo 3, and we have about 2 hours.
Let's go for it. Alright, so now we're at the bottom of this funicular. So we're first of all going to be very stealthy again. We're just going to jump over this laser fence. Nobody ever expected that. And oh hey, a box! How convenient! Also, wow, I got the shotgun shot there, which drained a lot of my health, but it's fine because we just clipped through here and there are no enemies. So now we're code 8021. Simple as that. And now we're going to take grenades, and the next fight is going to happen. So, it's very simple. Throw a grenade at the ground, stun her, throw another grenade, stun her again, throw another grenade. Congratulations, she dead. Very easy. So, in my casual playthrough, I had the trouble of playing it stealthily because I like stealth game. And when I went to this area, I had no weapons and items, and I didn't know back then that you can basically, just destroy those parts here with her Typhoon attack. And if you do that, she gets immense damage. And thanks to that, you can just kill her easier. And also there's a lot of supplies. You can just farm everything and just shoot at her. But if you don't know that, then you're a bit in trouble. And also, why would you run into the corridor and then run back? So the trigger... Oops. I said not ready. Okay, it's fine. We just talk again. So we just do that to spawn Farida already, so they can loot the entire position because we can't immediately talk with her. And now we go back to our own apartment where we are going to talk and find Seraph. And once again, elevators are slow in this game, but oh hey, look at that! There's a fire extinguisher. What could I do with that? Well, we're going to take the Fire Extinguisher Express because I love that. It is faster, it is nicer, it goes out of bounds, and it doesn't load textures. So why take a normal elevator if you can just take the Fire Extinguisher Express? And how this works is, as I mentioned before, this is a good example, for example, as well. A good example, for example, nice example. You basically don't load the next textures and the next area because you're not going through those trigger zones in the elevators. So what you do is skip it and then you go through. Also, we shoot this barrel because it's in the way and it saves 0.3 seconds. And also, all these guys are now shocked because they hear the shot, but they don't know why. And oh look, another box! What could I do with that? But in any case, so that way we can just take a faster way to go through the apartment and not waste 30 seconds. So normally you would need to go through there, then you talk with Seraph, then you go down and... Oh, so slow. I want to go fast, so we're going fast and... Oh, hello there. Then we just jump over here, there's a lot of police, but no problem. So here we do a huge skip of the segment. Normally you would need to find Darrow, not Darrow, Miller. Is it Miller? I think it's Miller. I'm not sure right now. I forgot the name. I'm sorry. I play too many of the games in cross-section. So sometimes it's Deus Ex, sometimes it's Mankind Divided, sometimes Human Revolution, and I forget the names and mix everything. In any case, we need to talk with him, win a conversation, and then go to Seraph's Industries. What do? We clip out of bounds. The trigger to get to Seraph Industries is still active. We go through the door, and the game is like, oh, hey, you finished the conversation and the mission already. All right, here you go. It spawns you immediately in the center, and you can continue the run. Very nice. Right, Miller was in Mankind Divided, now that I'm thinking of it. But what was that? There is Darrow, there is Seraph, and there is... someone. it's fine, doesn't matter. But we have a bit of time. Also, we're going to change the difficulty to give me a challenge because, well, it's going to be too easy. But we'll explain that later. And, well, since we need to take the elevator once again, we have a bit of time, so donation time.
Yes. How about this one? Very simple. Chief donates $1,000 and says Halo 3. That's it. Justice Reigns
Halo 3.
donates $787 and says Halo, please. We also have a donation from Char Bunny who says, donating for the magic fire extinguisher trick. That was awesome. That's $50. Thank you, Char Bunny.
Cool. Thanks, you like it.
I agree with this person so much. $50 from Herm, who says, Heinki, your enthusiasm makes me so happy. Thanks. Yeah, Heinki's awesome. Can we get some GDQ claps for Heinki?
Thank you very much. Glad you enjoy it. I'm glad you like the show. All right. So now that we're done, we're going back to Hengsha. But wait, it's a trap. Oh no. And what do we do with traps? Well, we're going to take care of it. So what we're doing is we took a new ability, which is called invisibility. So we're going to be invisible now for the enemies. And we do a little skip here. So the enemies never saw us, but we have to sacrifice Farida. So we're going to lose our pilot because she's going to get attacked. And the reason I'm standing on this switch, if you're wondering, is to basically skip a dialogue where you see her getting executed. Instead, you just see her helicopter blow up. And also because she's going to get the other reason we higher the difficulty is so that Farida gets more damage, and because she receives more damage, we can go through this area faster. But yeah, bye Farida. And because her dialogue ends in the way where we can go through the door, we just leave. But good news for you guys. In Mankind Divided, you have an Easter egg where if you open a cereal box, there's a small helicopter from Farida where she survived. But yeah, so now we're back again in Hengsha, and now we need to find Tong. So since we know where he is, we're just going to run to him. And now that we have the awesome, cool invisibility, we're going to use it because this guy here wants to talk with us. If you don't want to talk with NPCs, don't worry, just turn invisible, easy. Well, it doesn't work in real life yet, but maybe in the future. And because now we need to take a little walk into the sewer system, and it takes a bit, we have time for more donations.
More donations we can do. Lazy Egg donates $25 and says, love the event. Keep up the great work, everyone, with a heart. Thank you, Lazy Egg.
Oh.
We love you too. Jamie donates $250 and says, thanks to everyone who's donating to those very worthy cause. Thank you, Jamie. Ooh, I like where Zero Jedi is going with this one. They donate $20 and they say, 4 tickets to the $5 train, please. I told my cat that we might get a run of Halo 3 if Twitch chat can come through, and he didn't seem to care. But I sure do. I love that game. It's gonna take a lot, but I believe in us.
I believe too. Alright, so now all those enemies we just saw in the sewer system, they would normally attack us. Also, we just steal his laser rifle. Haha, evil. And, oh no, we're having glitches, so maybe I should explain one thing after another. But anyway, so all those enemies became our friends after we talked with Tong. And so, like, now we can go through the sewer system without having any worries. And we stole his laser gun. We need the laser gun anyways. And the next one is we're having glitches. The glitches appear because story-wise, you have a choice now where you can either get them fixed at the limb clinic or you leave it. But it's a trap! Oh no! So normally, if you go to the limb clinic, those glitches disappear, but in the next boss fight, they reappear because it's a trap. And if you don't do that, then the boss is like, surprise Pikachu face, you fooled us! And then you're like, ha, take this, and then you just beat him anyways. But regardless, so now we're going to be at this shipyard. We take a bomb, and we're going to turn invisible because there's a little robot which would normally kill us. and put some codes in here, and we're going to place a bomb so that nothing ever happens and we can just leave to the next area. So once again, we jump here. There's going to be a turret with 2 guards, so we just turn invisible, ninja style. And then go over here and enter the door. Excuse me. There you go. Put a bomb here. Come on. And we're done with Heinki. Now, let's go to Singapore. Fun fact, this is not the director's cut version. If you're wondering like, oh hey, why aren't we not at the missing link part? It's basically, in the original, they were completely out of context. The director's cut version later on adds it, because they were separated games. But this is just a side part. So once again, we have a box. We just flip through here, and oh hey, there's another box. What could I do with this? Well, let's take it home first. So there's another little bot. We make sure that he doesn't see us, because he can be trouble. And now we're having one of the hardest boss fights called Namir. So he's the third boss. We need to take care of him. But we take care of him by not doing him at all. So first of all, we just go out of bounds here. Oh, come on. There you go. Then we make sure that we hit the trigger to load the next area, so that we have all the collision, but we have no textures. And now we do magic tricks. So go here, go forward, look at the sill, run forward, run all the way forward until you see that you can't sprint forward anymore. So okay, when you go backwards, look at this hill, run all the way through there. Just go, don't worry about anything. Just go into the void, become one with the void, and press E, and congratulations, you skipped Namir. So, Heinki, what are you doing? What is happening? Why are you having so many confusions? Confusions? Question marks. It's not... English hard very much. Very well. Okay. So what is happening? We trigger the next area by loading the entire scene, but the textures are not getting loaded, but the colliders are there. So what we're doing is, we know the layout of the level. So there is like, when you enter the trigger, or when you go through the elevator, you start the boss fight. But we don't want to start the boss fight, we just want to skip it. So we go around that trigger, and then go through the hallway where the door is. The door is still active. So once you go there, a cutscene loads. And this cutscene assumes that you finished the part before, but you did not. And because this way you can sequence break the fight, you can just immediately go to the hangar and go with a rocket to Panchea. Yeah, this is how technology works. Or in this case, how this game was developed. So now we just wait, press a big red button, because what could go wrong? And while we were waiting and going to the next area, we have a bit of time, so donation time.
Yeah, absolutely. Here, I am compiling a list from a special donator that we know, donor that we know, named Anonymous. Anonymous donates $500. Anonymous donates $500. Anonymous donates $500. And 2 more Anonymous donates $250 each. GDQ clap for Anonymous. We love Anonymous, don't we?
Nice. Well done. Well done. Can't clap. Have to speedrun, I'm sorry. Oh well. Alright. So in Panchea, this is like the final part of the run. So we're almost done with it. Like what? We're already done? Yes, we're almost done. We're going to do a lot of sequence breaks. So once again, remember the typhoon, remember the box glitches. If you don't remember that, the exam next week will be very hard on you. Joke aside, we're going to combine them. Why would you combine them is the question. Well, it's very simple. Now it's not enough to just clip through this area, but we actually need to also hit a trigger to load the next area. As I mentioned before, most of the time, doors are the trigger to load the next area. In this case, it's not. So to deload this area where we are right now and reload the part where we want to go, we need to clip through this door and then do a typhoon. Why do we need to do the typhoon? Can't you just clip through there? Normally, I would say yes, we would just clip through and then we don't have to worry. But in this case, it's special because the trigger for this area is over the door. And what does the Typhoon do? Huh? Exactly. It pushes us backwards and upwards. And because of this upwards momentum, we can hit the trigger. And because we hit the trigger, this entire area loads and we don't need to talk with Darrow. Because if you played this game normally, you would need to go to Darrow, have a conversation with him, and either he gives you the key and helps you, or Taggart, that's what's the name. Either he helps you or he refuses to help you. And then he says like, yeah, do whatever you want with me. But we just completely skip that. We never have to talk or see him, so we can just go here. And this is the famous decide which button you want to press for the ending. Sadly, in development, the developers had not enough time to take care and make it as they wanted. So this is like the result why there are like only 4 buttons as an ending. And also, fun fact, for some reason, the developers named this part the Star Wars Bridge. I'm not sure why. We found that out when one of the runners back then made a load remover and an auto splitter. Oh no. Also, everyone went crazy. Don't worry about it. And he figured out that they called it Star Wars Bridge. Why? I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure. But just keep that in mind. Also, hey, a box. Oh yeah, and everyone who has augmentations goes crazy. So, well, don't mind that. Also, once again, we're going to throw an EMP grenade at ourselves. And like, why, like, Heinki, why would you shock yourself? Well, the answer is simple. Elevators are slow, right? Right. We want to go fast, right? Right. How can we use that? Well, we shock ourselves so that the Icarus landing system is not going to trigger, so we can drop faster to the ground and time it that way that once you are at the ground, you immediately can trigger the Icarus landing system, get no fall damage, and fight the boss. Okay, also the boss is dead. So the laser gun, which we stole from Tong, is very overpowered. It can go through everything, and we just fried the end boss. And yeah, this was basically it. This was Human Revolution. So we're going to press this button, make yourself ready for time. Yeah. Once again, thank you very much for having me here. Thanks for voting Human Revolution. It's been a while since Human Revolution was being shown at the GDQ. Most of the time it was Deus Ex or Mankind Divided, and here we are returning with it. Also, time. And I'm very happy to show all the new tricks and the performance here once again. Once again, thanks very much. Had a lot of fun. This was a blast. My name is Heinki. If you want to watch more Deus Ex runs, I do all of them. And otherwise, yeah, if you're interested to learning the games, like any of the Deus Ex games, there is a tutorial for every one of them, even before the Invisible War. And they are very friendly. We have a Discord community, we have a Twitch team which is called 0451, if you understand. And otherwise, everyone stay safe, stay healthy, make sure that nothing happens, and wear a mask, all the standard procedures. And yeah, that's it from me. Hope you had fun, hope you had a blast, and from my point of view, I would say, bye-bye!
Thank you so much, Heinki, for that amazing run of Deus Ex Human Revolution. That was so fun to watch. I wanted to get this donation in right before the end. I didn't quite make it in time. We have $5 from Covert Muffin, who says, great job so far, Heinki. I feel like I'm walking away today with a newfound appreciation for boxes plus inanimate objects. Here's $5 for Halo 3. Thank you, Covert Muffin. Halo 3 is currently just over